Hi friends, I'm going to show you chess language. I learned this in my chess club, how to write chess language. But first, I'm going to show you what the symbols are, and I'm going to do a test for my dad. It says right there. Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to turn the paper around. So my dad is going to come. Okay, so my dad's right there, and I'm going to give him a quiz. So, what's the letter for king?
The letter for king is K.
So that's correct. I'm going to write a K there. What's the letter for queen?
Q is the letter for queen. Now be warned, knight is not K. King has taken K. What should be the letter? Knight sounds like N-I-G-H-T, knight. So it's the letter's N. Because K has been taken by the king.
So it's correct.
N. And then bishop is B.
You basically do the starting letter.
But for the knight, since K is already taken, it's N.
And except for the pawn, I'll
explain that.
Yeah.
In a minute. So rook is R.
See,
and then
that's the starting of the name.
So the pawn has nothing. So suppose if the pawn wants to go to the square G4, you just say G4. You don't say PG4. It's just G4.
It's not.
So
it's not
you
like,
would put a line,
which
is basically nothing.
It's not like the rook, and these are two of my favorite squares. When it's a BB8, then it says bishop to B to A, and BB8 is a character in Star Wars, and another one is R2D2 because that's rook to the square D2. So both of them are my favorite. Okay, pawn is nothing.
So there's nothing. We're just putting a line for nothing to be in space.
Or you can put a 0 too.
And check is plus. For some reason. I do not know that reason.
And capture, guess what it is?
An X. Because you know, sometimes in the cartoons, they put X's when the people are dead or captured. Like in cartoons. And then there's X's on their eye spots. So yeah, it's X.
Done.
And then there's castle. Many people don't know the move castle, but it's a really good move.
It protects their king, and your rook can go out and not be stuck at the corner.
So and you get to move 2 pieces at one turn. So castle, if you're doing it the short way, which is O hash O or O dash O.
It's that,
and
then long castle,
which
has the queen in the middle,
is
O dash O dash O.
And let's put an or in here because we don't want them to know that this whole thing is one thing, so it would be an or. And checkmate is, write it down, a hash mark.
Yeah.
And we'll show you
a
hashtag. Sorry. Hashtag mark, whatever. So that's a hashtag mark. Almost like a
tic-tac-toe board.
I was going to say that, yo. So these are the things, and my brother will show a little quick game that's it's not really the checkmate won't be seen, but he'll just demonstrate a few moves.
Yeah.
So the first move is
D4.
So, pawn has nothing, right? So we can say that pawn goes to D4. And then what does black move do?
And this is...
So they both move some pawns. So D4 and D5. So they're like pawn here and pawn here. Pawn here, pawn here. So they're like stuck to each other. They're bonking their shields to each other.
That's what we learned in our chess club.
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay, and then white will do...
Oh, and by the way, there's a secret move for promotation. So for promotation, is basically, so if you take a pawn and then take it into the end of the board, you can evolve into a queen, a rook, knight, or a bishop. So if you're taking a queen, you just say queen. Or you can put a rook if you want to turn into a rook. If you want to turn into a knight, you say N. And if you want to do a bishop, you turn a B.
Okay, and you can't turn into a king because you can't have two kings, or else
It would be really hard to make a checkmate. And you can't get another pawn. Most people are greedy for a queen, but I couldn't make a checkmate if I got a queen. I needed a rook, so I took a rook.
queen and rook are the same thing.
Well, no, a bishop, sorry.
Queen and bishop are the same thing.
So what? Okay, so let's go next.
Queen is made up of a rook and a bishop, because it can go diagonal, which is a bishop, and can go straight, which is a rook. It can't leap over pieces like a knight.
So now we'll finish the last four moves of the rest of the game.
So knight will do N.
So knight goes to F6 for them. And then probably the black knight might do knight C6. It's a really good move for them in this situation.
And this is what they did.
So they did knight C6. So now I hope you have know the chess language now.
And then I'll do capture this guy. I'll just move something for
He'll
white.
show castle.
No,
for white.
Yeah.
So white will take D5 pawn. So that is knight, because you have to know the pawn piece first. X to know that it's killing something. And then you write the square on what you're killing on. So that's D5. Because the pawn's on D5 and he's attacking D5. The thing that's on D5. So, if it's on D5, it jumps on it and then it takes that square. So, usually if we're not killing, we just say knight D5 if there's nothing there. But since we're killing, we're putting an X in the middle. And we'll quickly put a castle in here. So, black does castle.
No, he can't. First, we have to move bishop.
No. Yeah, first we have to move bishop, but pretend they had those out. So they would do 0-0 or 0-0-0.
But this time it would be 0-0. Because it's a shortcut.
So now, since we've explained everything, bye for the chess language.
So
take one more look at this paper and learn.
I'll circle where you have look closely at this on the paper.
Yeah. It's the part that you need to focus on quick.
And look at
This too. It's really important.
even the night, but I accidentally all of that.
So those are stuff to know. And bye! Since you've got to look at this, and you know chess language now, probably. So, bye!
Yeah, bye.